when I was working corporate, my kids got the leftovers. I would have a couple of hours at night to be with them, but it was cooking and cleaning, getting them ready for bed, and then getting me ready for the next day and starting it all over again. Getting them up early, rushing them out the door, dropping them off at daycare to rush to work, then to go deal with all the crap at work, to then try to get out on time to get my kids from daycare before they closed, and I got a late fee. I got so tired of giving everything to my job and my kids getting the grumpy, stressed out mom. I made good money, but I had no time. I wanted the time and I wanted the income. So I started a business, okay? Little did I know 2020 was coming down the road and it was going to shake everybody's world up, right? And that's why I came online, because I was like, if there is something I could find to do that I could do from home around my kids, then I wouldn't ever have to worry about losing out on income, or if the world shuts down again, I could still be fine, right? I didn't want to tie my income to my time, trading time for dollars. Does that make sense? It feels like to go to the grocery store, start putting stuff in your cart from your list, right, Lisa? And then you realize you can't get all of it. There's more in your cart than you have in your bank account. You don't get paid for another 3 days. Or God forbid your kids are with you and they try to put the $5, cookies in there. And you're like, honey, I'm sorry, we can't do that this week. You have to wait. You feel because you have to tell them no yet again, right? Yet again. And you just want to be that yes mom, right? Ashley, you just want to be that yes mom, right? Like I remember going to the store, my kids are asking me for these extra snacks, and then I'm getting stuff and the groceries are higher. I'm like, there's no way I can get it. So I would come home and say, oh honey, I'm sorry they were out. Because I didn't want to see the look on their face and I'm sorry I couldn't afford it. Right? Like I was making up every excuse in the book. I was sick and tired of shopping at Goodwill because all I could afford. I was tired of wearing the same freaking clothes for the last 5 years because I couldn't afford to buy myself something when my kids needed clothes. They came first. See, I didn't want to live like that anymore. And I know a lot of us probably have come to a place where you have like that come to Jesus moment, that breaking point where you're like, enough is a frick enough, where I literally was getting ready to move because the place I was in, I couldn't afford it anymore. So I found a new place to move. And then I got hit with a moving bill that was 3 times the amount they quoted me. I didn't have the money. It freaking broke me. I was like, what am I going to do? I can't, the credit cards are maxed. I have no savings. I had just enough to move from what they told me, and I have nothing else. I'm like, I don't want to have to go to my brother. I don't want to have to go to my mom. I'm 40 freaking years old. And at that moment, I was like, what am I going to do? And I had to let my children know our situation. So I had to borrow money from my 16-year-old son so we can move. And that moment, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to have to relive this moment again, because that freaking broke me as a mom. Being a single mom, I prided myself on doing whatever I had to do to make sure they were fed, the clothed, roof over their head, that I could be as present as possible. And then here I am having to borrow money from him. I was done. Okay. I was so sick and tired. And that's when I knew like something has to freaking change. What I was doing, the things I was trying in the online space, it just wasn't working. It wasn't bringing in the income. And I started looking and searching, and I found and I saw this lady online, and she was talking about making money from her phone with digital marketing. I was like, what's digital marketing?